Okay, earlier today we got news that Post Malone is having a virtual concert on the Pokemon 25th anniversary. Well, the Pokemon 25 website has also updated, and now it has information about their year-long all-region celebration for Pokemon, and that is what we're going to be talking about for this video. Also, a few other interesting things are going on. We have merchandise going out to August 2021 with little hints about what could be happening for the Pokemon 25th anniversary as well. But before we get into that, there is something I want everyone to be aware of, and it is going to bring the mood of the video way down. This is super depressing. So we have the whole McDonald's Happy Meal debacle going on because of the Pokemon TCG. Well, Pokemon cards are also being put in cereal boxes, and people immediately have already been going through and stealing the Pokemon cards from the new cereal box launch. This is incredibly upsetting. And the thing is, I wanted to talk about it in some way, but I also didn't feel I could make a video about it because every piece of content on this channel, every video I make, I do to move the community forward in some way. Everything I do, I want to be productive on this channel, but doing a video about only this, I can't find a way to be productive because the people doing this, they know they suck, and they're doing it anyways, and there's no stopping them, there's no change in their mind. And then the idiots that are going onto eBay and buying these products, they can't be helped either. They are willfully being scalped and creating this demand and creating this behavior, and everyone else hates this and they know it's wrong, except for A-Drive fans and people that make up excuses for influencers, because influencers are creating this. Without them, this wouldn't be desirable and the demand wouldn't be there. But now that everything has been all jacked up by them, this is the reality we live in, and this just makes the Pokemon community look even worse than it is. This is what happens when you let bad actors be bad actors for so long. It gets this bad, and it's freaking Pokemon. Also, the webmaster PokeExperto hit the nail on the head so perfectly with this one. Waiting for someone to come and tell me this is how supply and demand works, and that if the boxes are there, they can take the cards, because people will defend this behavior. They are defending people going and buying out entire stocks of children's toys from McDonald's. And then they say the stupidest things like, imagine being against capitalism. This is just how capitalism works. No, capitalism frowns upon scalping like this. So yeah, it really sucks, and it just proves everything I've been saying over the last couple of years to be right. The Pokemon community has become incredibly toxic because we've just enabled this scummy behavior for so long. This is the result. People defending this. People defending going out and buying out entire McDonald's worth of kids' toys so no one else can have them. Cool. Really cool. So now we got that out of the way, now that we could fit that into the Pokemon news, let's try to bring the mood back up a little bit with the Pokemon 25th Anniversary Region Exhibit. And honestly, the more weird things that start happening as we get close to the Pokemon Day, the less I feel like we're getting our main series Pokemon game announcement, or that it might actually not be Sinnoh Remakes, and the Pokemon Master Collection definitely still on the table. Now, you could look at this in one way, like, oh, it's a countdown. Boom, October, November, we go all the regions, and then something's going to happen that's like a collaboration game of all the Pokemon regions or all the Pokemon generations. At the same time, that's like, that seems too ambitious. That seems like there'd be too much for a game to where it wouldn't make sense. I would say my cutoff was like Generation 4. Like, if the 5th generation was every region Pokemon game, that's about the limit for me. After that, there's just way too much going on. The game would be impossible to balance. 90% of the content wouldn't even be used at that point because you just camp out 2 or 3 regions out of the 8. So, I don't know how that idea would go unless it is like a master collection. Like all generations 1 through 5 in one game on Nintendo Switch, everything's still connected. That's the best case scenario, so let's see if that's something that's hinted inside of all of this. In Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, players can explore Galar, a beautiful region inspired by the United Kingdom. Leon, the champion of the Galar Pokemon League, offers new trainers in the region the choice of Grookey, Scorbunny, or Sobble as their first partner Pokemon. In the Galar region, the Galar region is the first in the Pokemon world to feature a dark-type gym and includes the vast wild area where Pokemon roam freely. And I like how with all these pictures, it celebrates a core feature of that generation, of that region, of those games. So with this, it's like cooking. even though a lot of people didn't do like curry making or didn't camp out as much, it is a core part of the wild area, because when you're in the Pokemon world and you're just exploring the vast expanses and all of these different environments, you gotta take a break, you gotta set up your camp, you gotta calm down, you gotta make some food. So this is just a really cool way of showing it off. The Alola region, we have Z moves. So, first visited by trainers in Pokemon Sun and Moon, the tropical Alola region was inspired by the state of Hawaii. Professor Kukui offers new trainers in the region a choice of Rowlet, Litten, and Poplio as their first partner Pokemon. The region hosts the Island Challenge, offering trainers a series of trials that lead to an opportunity to battle powerful totem Pokemon. So I think it's interesting that there isn't really a discussion about Z crystals, but we're going to see like where these exhibit goes. So just like a little blurb, kind of warming up the most basic information about the games, about that region. Still some pretty cool stuff. Kalos. And as much as people hate to see it because they can't have it anymore, we have the Mega Stones being represented with the starters. Kalos boasts the largest regional Pokedex within the Pokemon world. First introduced in Pokemon X and Y, the Kalos region was inspired by France. Professor Sycamore offers new trainers in the region a choice of Chespin, Finnegan, or Froakie as their first partner Pokemon, and then no mention of Megas. And then for Generation 5, all the starter Pokemon are having fun dressing up except for Oshawott. I know that's its face, but I mean, like, everyone else is having so much fun. Either way, modeled after New York City, the Unova region was the first region based on a real-world location outside of Japan. First introduced in Pokemon Black and White, Unova also featured the first female professor in the main series, Professor Juniper. She offers new trainers a choice between Snivy, Tepig, or Oshawott as their first partner Pokemon. And the way that this kind of reads, like, there is a little bit of trivia. There is like a little cool note on top of that for people that might not have noticed or cared or paid attention about it. And that was something about the Pokemon 20th anniversary when they had like the timeline, the history of Pokemon up until that point. That was really cool. They also had like some quizzes and some trivia in that regard. So I can't wait to see what happens like with a little region celebration. The exhibit opens in June. I actually wonder how much is going to be in there, you know, what we're going to see about that, all the trivia, maybe things people didn't even know. And then we have Sinnoh. See guys, right there. Sinnoh confirmed. It's on the official Pokemon website. Big, bold letters. So look at that. We got Poffins. Man, I want Generation 4 Remake so bad because the underground, Poffin making, the Pokemon contest, the pretty balls, it's so good. But let's see what they have to say. According to Myth, Sinnoh was created by the mythical Pokemon Arceus after it hatched from an egg in the void that existed before the universe. First introduced in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, Sinnoh region was inspired by the Japanese island of Hokkaido. Professor Rowan allows new trainers in the region to keep Turtwig, Chimchar, or Piplup as their first partner Pokemon. So yeah, not really talking about like the contests that are available in the region or the Poffins or the underground, but just like, yo, Arceus is crazy. Sinnoh shenanigans going on. Hoenn, we have the Pokeblocks. Dude, Pokeblocks in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, that was cool. So, I mean, like, that was actually a pretty core feature that played in with the contest and stuff like that, and you see it being represented in a really good way. First explored in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, Hoenn region was inspired by the Japanese island of Kyushu. And I like how they're keeping with the region inspirations just for these little blurbs. It's not like, oh, we're in Japan now, so don't need to talk about the Japanese inspiration and the real-world Japan stuff going on. It's actually, hey, this is how it works. Hoenn boasts a mammoth volcano and an abundance of water. Professor Birch offers new trainers in the region a choice of Trico, Torchic, or Mudkip as their first starter Pokemon. And then Johto, eggs, breeding. Like, it's so weird because, like, growing up into Pokemon and just being a kid as, like, these new things were being thrown at you in kind of a rudimentary way because there were technological limitations. There were hardware limitations back in that time. So now that if you've been competitive for any amount of time, breeding just seems incredibly trivial, but it was the main feature, one of the main features about the second generation. So representing the Johto starters with an egg, that's spot on. Like, yo, that's the big deal. That's the new fancy thing that was able to be accomplished for that. The Johto region, which players first explored in Pokemon Gold and Silver, was inspired by the Kansai region of Japan. Because Johto and Kanto are geographically connected, the two regions shared many resources, including the Pewter City Museum of Science and the Indigo Plateau Pokemon League. Professor Elm offers new trainers, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, or Totodile as their first partner Pokemon, and then we get into Kanto. Kanto was the first region to be introduced in the Pokemon world. The names of all of its cities and towns are derived from colors, with the exception of Pallet Town. Making its debut in Pokemon Red and Green, the Kanto region was inspired by the real-world Kanto region of Japan. Professor Oak first offered new trainers Bulbasaur, Charmander, or Squirtle as their partner Pokemon. So we can see all that. We've known about like the actual countdown, and I've done videos about that. There's been a lot of breakdowns. There's been a lot of speculation and excitement going on, but it's pretty cool to see that we're already here. We already have so much going on. We had the new Pokemon Snap trailer and the announcement of its release date. So that just kind of happened, and then we had the website being updated. Now Post Malone shenanigans, and we're waiting to see what's going on with Pokemon Quest and Pokemon Unite. So a lot is going on. And we're still a few weeks away from the 25th anniversary, and before any of this begins. And there's also the TCG promotions going on for McDonald's, and now the cards. So like, Pokemon is being blasted everywhere. Is this going to be about the celebration of the entirety of 2021, the entirety of the 25th anniversary? Because yeah, like, this merchandise is going on for a while. We know TCG sets. We pretty much know like all of the Pokemon Sword and Shield TCG stuff that's happening throughout the year, like almost the entire year until about November-ish. And now we have merchandise showing up to August 2021. So Pokemon 25th Anniversary Select Action Zapdos, Tyranitar, Lucario, Rayquaza. We're seeing just all kinds of Pokemon, all of the popular ones, some legendary Pokemon, stuff like that. And then they have different release dates, you know, ETA, August 2021. So while all that's going on, it's like, yeah, we have like a really wide scope for the Pokemon 25th anniversary, which makes me wonder, like, what's actually going to happen on Pokemon Day? Is it going to be a massive announcement, or is it just going to be the celebration, and then we wait for the new games, the information, all that stuff leading up to it? It's going to get kind of fancy, and this kind of thing just makes me a little bit more excited. And also, I'm excited for just this in general. What am I going to learn about the Galar region? What kind of trivia are they going to throw at me? What can I do to test myself as a Pokemon master? Or at least just get excited about the history of Pokemon all over again, like I did back in the 20th anniversary. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.